So in this class today, we are talking about more about the different expressions we have. Okay. The first expression that we are going to talk about is null handling. So in our data, null play a very significant role, right? For example, if there's a null and if you want to, do any kind of calculation on top of null, it's not possible. So definitely we need to identify the null, and in place of null, either we will replace something. For example, we can use if condition to replace any null value, or we can only check whether null is available or not and what action we need to perform. Okay. So for example, in this null handling, as I mentioned, check if column value is null or not, right? And example, how you can check? You can use is null operation. In an amount column, you can check whether any null value is existing or not, and return true if amount is null. So if amount is null, then it will return true. Okay. And the meaning of coalesce is a operation which return first not non-null value from the input. So it will give you non-null value only. Correct. For example, if you have coalesce distance comma 0, it return discount if not null. Okay. Otherwise return 0. Okay. If there is a null, it will replace null with 0 values. Okay. So that you can do your calculation effectively. Similarly, you can use if statement, which will check your condition. So if this condition is true, it means if amount value is true, it will put 0 in place of null. Otherwise, if it is not null, it will put amount, right? So that you can replace your null value in the 0, right? So this is the null operations we can do. Okay. Now, the second most important part of the thing is string functions. So, if you have to convert any string from lowercase to uppercase, or any cases, if it is a mixed case, then you will use to upper. Okay. So it converts to uppercase, to lower converts to lowercase, substring. Substring will, extract a substring, means you have a bigger string like welcome home, right? And in that string you need to use cut some string. Okay. Cut some length. So we discussed this before, so we will use this. Okay, one by one. So let's quickly jump to our ADF pipeline. One second. This this is the one which we were working yesterday. Okay, and this was my, I can turn this on for 1 hour. Okay, and let me play with this data sales. So here you can see this is the data set. So we can put our transformation in the null activities. Okay, using this data set. Fine. So what is our first activity? Our first activity is to use this is null condition. So in which column we have is null? Okay, let's see. So it is turned on. Okay, we can go to data preview. Please wait. Okay, it's still running. No problem. Okay, so we will create a new data flow. We can hit on this three dots, create a new data flow. We can add a, okay. So let me use the same DS raw sales input. So I can just enter DS underscore raw. Yes, sales input. That's it. And we have source option. Okay, let me hide this. DAF data flow underscore test expressions. Okay, that's it. Fine. So, okay. Now to perform the test, yes, go ahead. So here in this projection, we have changed the data type for amount and discount as a decimal. Okay, got it. So now we can see the data also. Just refresh this. Okay. So it will take some time, but it will come obviously. So in the meanwhile, let's create a derived columns because we need to test the different expressions so we can create a derived column. Okay. So the first derived column that we are going to use is whether any amount is null or not. Okay. So I'm just giving a simple check amount. Okay. Whether it is null or not. So I'm just taking the test. Okay, saying invalid. Okay, here. So you can see this is the data. Okay, and if you can see sales ID is ABC, region is ABC. ABC stand for string. Year is 1, 2, 3 because it's an integer. Amount is EX. EX is nothing but it will store the data type in decimals. However, we are using CSV file, but we have changed the data type so we can see discount, amount, and category, right? Fine, but the same thing we can do in derived column as well by with the help of typecasting. Okay, we can typecast that also. Okay, so we have both options open. So we will hit on this and we can see the derived column properties. So we are checking amount here, it's null or not. We will open this open expression builder, and what we will do, we will use is null property. Okay, so within is null, what we will do, we will put our amount option. Okay, simple. So we can hit on save and we can see, we can hit on the data refresh part. So actually this is the data. We just open in amount. We have this value, right? This is having null expressions, right? This record. So you can see wherever you see null gives you right. So this value output, what is the output? It is the output. This results in true. Okay. So it is giving you that result. So if you go once again and refresh this transformation, you can see this is the amount value and whether it is checked. Yes, it is checked. Okay. And you know the null value is also existing in discount column. Okay. So what we can do if you want to modify this concept, uh, just a second. And or both the expression we can use, and we are using both the expressions now. Okay, we will again go to this derived column in the same expression. If I want to check for both the things, right, we will hit here and we will use different other expressions. For example, we have plus, add, subtract, multiply, okay, divide. This is OR operation, this is AND operation, right? So we should do OR operations because I want to check for both the things. Again, I will use null, and inside null I will use the discount column. Okay, and I will hit on save. I will return, click on refresh. I can see now this time both the records will be tagged as ticked because both is having null value. Okay, got it. So if I will use AND operation, what is going to happen? AND operation will not return anything because it is checking for both the conditions. So we don't have any record where both values are null. Okay, we have no such record. So that's why I have not kept AND operator. Got it? So this is the concept where we can use this null expression. Okay. Now let's go to some other part. Uh, Coalesce. Coalesce, what coalesce will do? Coalesce will replace your null value with any character. If you want to return with 0 or 1, whatever character, but definitely null we should replace with 0, right? So what coalesce will do? Coalesce will first identify the null value and then it will replace with 0. Making sense? Okay. So let's first, make this column name different. Okay. You can see that new amount column, something like that. Okay. So whatever transformation we are using. So we will use coalesce. So inside this coalesce, what is the expression? First thing, we have to introduce coalesce in, just a second, let me cancel this. No. Wait. Okay. So within coalesce, I want to introduce this coalesce in amount and comma. What I want to, replace with 0. If it is null, we will replace it with 0. Okay. This is my situation. So let me refresh this. And so you can see this was null. So now it is replaced with 0. Agreed? So if I want to coalesce this for other things, for example, I want to coalesce, I will put an OR operator, and again I will put coalesce in discount. But no, this will not be a right thing because we are only using it for null condition. Okay. So it will only accept one character. Got it? That's why it is showing an error. Agreed? So coalesce will work only on top of one character, one dimensions. Okay. Got it? Now new amount is created. Okay. Now if you want to use this if condition, so if condition can also be used in place of coalesce. For example, if you want to use if there's a null, you will use 0, otherwise it will gives that amount. So this coalesce is the same as this condition. Okay, so let me try this coalesce. Instead of coalesce, what I can do, I can use the same output with the help of if condition. Okay, so what is the syntax? The syntax is the first one, you have to apply the condition. And what is our condition? Our condition is to check whether it is having null value or not. And if it is null value, what action I'm going to perform. If it is not null, what action I'm going to perform for true expression and false expression, right? So my condition says that, sorry, actually okay, let me go with, okay, I can select here. It will give me the exact things. So in place of condition, I will use is null. Once again, is null. Okay. And within this is null, I can use amount. Okay. And if amount is null, I'm going to replace this with 0. And if it is not null, I'm going to, show the same amount, whatever amount we have, right? So this is same thing. Okay, it is showing some issue. Let me see what is that. Just a second, guys. Unknown function name. Okay, it is not identifying the function name. Is null. System sometimes behave like this, but let me try one more time. Yeah, if I put I should select from here is null. Now this time it identified, and in place of this amount, let me hit on amount. Okay, now again I will hit once again like this. This time it should, expression should return same type integer. Okay, so this is integer, so this should be integer only, correct? So now here typecasting will work. So what I will do, I will use to integer. Let me try this out. Go to function. So because why we are require a typecasting here, because if this is having if condition, this is integer, so this should also be an integer. Okay, so to two integer is there, right? So I can use two integer, and within two integer I can bring this here. Okay, let me try. You can see now this is fine, right? So you guys understood what is the concept of type casting? Because if conditions works with integer here, the expression should return same type integer as previous expression. So this is an integer, right? So this should also be an integer, correct? That's the case. And if I want to make this as two decimal, and in place of two decimal, let's do some experiment. Okay, I can make it 0. Okay, and, and let's remove everything. Save this and refresh this. Stretching the data. So this is again two decimal. It is producing the decimal with integer data types. So new, okay, amount is an integer. How amount is an integer? Wait. I'm surprised. This is EX. Anyway, so we have checked this is null functionality. Okay. Now we can go with string functionality, string functions. So first function we can use is to upper, to lower, substring, trim, and replace. Okay, so today we are going to complete this exercise. So amount is done. Now we can go once again, and because this is my data, so I can click on add columns, and this time we will use an on top of this data we have category and region. So we can make region as uppercase. Agreed? So let's create this as a new region. We can hit on expressions, open expression builder. Now it's very simple. You can hit on this functions, click on to upper. Wait, to okay. Go to functions and then go to okay, yeah, upper. Okay, this is uppercase, and in this uppercase, let's hit on all and hit on region. Save and check the data. You can see everything converted to uppercase, right? Very simple. Then what we can similarly do it for lowercase. Okay, let's do it for lowercase or make this like region in uppercase, something like that. Uppercase. Okay, let's add one more column, and in this time you can make category as a lowercase, right? Category as lowercase. Hit on here, and what we are going to do, we are going to put everything in lowercase. We'll type this all functions, and here it's remove. So you have category. You can click on save. You can refresh the data. You can see categories comes into the in this lowercase, everything. Got it? Okay. Now what we can do, we can use the substring functionality. So it extract starting at position from the length. Okay. So let's first check this out. This is very interesting. And how we can do that, let me explain you. For example, if we have something known as YYMMDD. You know YYMMDD? This is the format of any date. So, for example, if we talked about today's date, so YYMMDD it's 24, okay, and we have the month is 12 and date is 30. I think it's 31, the last day of the year. Okay, so imagine this is the date and this format is captured in your data. Now, what you want? You want to find out the month of year, okay, and you want to find out year and you want to find out date, right? So how you can extract this? So you can extract this using substring. So substring, so two, the first two, it start from zero, the position number. First of all, you should know the position number. So for year, you want to extract first four digits, correct? Okay, so in this first four digit, what you have to use? You have to use substring, and you will first extract from zero because the first digit stands at the position zero number. The second digit stands at the position one number. The third digit position number is two number, and fourth digit position number is four number. So you will have to extract starting from zero, okay, and you will have to go four levels up. One, two, three, four digit you need to extract. So you will use this, and this will gives you this expression. Making sense? Right? So this is the thing. And similarly, if you have to go for month of a year, so in this case, you have to use substring, and month is a mid of two digits. So what I should, from where I should start? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I should start from 4 position, and I will have to extract two digits after that. So it should go with two digits. That's it. Sorry, this substring, right? And if I have to extract date, okay, so date is again what is the position number for date? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so from sixth position you have to start. Okay, so and you have to go to two the length of two digits, right? So for date, what we will use? We will use the substring sixth position, and we will go with next two digits like this. So this will give you year, this will give you month, and this will give you date, right? So this is how substring can be used. Okay, so let's do it here also and understand the functionality. However, we don't have such data, but we can produce that data, no problem. You have a year column, okay? Okay, so let's play with the category, and then we will, go with some modification in this year column. Okay. So in category, what I'm going to do, I want to extract, in the same way, the first four digit. For example, if I want to extract the first four digit of the category, right? So let me add one more column here. You can see like category first four characters, something like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit on this, and I will use substring. This is the substring, right? And the same thing it is mentioned. It is index and number of characters, right? So you'll go to all, scroll up. Then I need to apply this on category. And in this category, if I want to extract first four digits, so I should start from zero position, right? And I should go to four characters. So I will use this. Okay. Let's say this and refresh this. What? First four. You can see in electronics, because you are starting from zero, you are starting from zero. So zero is the first length, E, then four digits, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see this is your response. Okay, this is the first four digit. If you want to start not from zero, but you want to start from fifth digit. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you have to do, you have to put 4 and you want to go to next four digits. So see what will be the result. You can refresh this. You can see now here because you are starting from fourth digit. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So fourth digit is T. Okay. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth digit is C. So it's right. You're starting from fourth digit and you're extracting next four length of character. Okay. If you want to start from backward, then definitely there is some other method. Okay, we have to first find out the length of the string, then from that length I will use this as a counting. Okay, so that's a different scenario, but substring is understood here, right? So again, let's convert it for first four digit because this is the name we have given to this new column. Okay, what is next in our list? The trim. So trim, remove the leading and trailing spaces. What do you know about leading and trailing spaces? When you are talking about leading spaces, sometime in our data, for example, if you have some, some material number, correct? So what is happening? You have material number as 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say this is the material number. But in this material number, what is happening? Before 1, there are spaces. Like I kept a space here, right? So this will create a problem in the data. Okay. So, or if after this end of the material, there are some spaces, infinite spaces are there. Okay, that will create a problem in the data. Now to remove those leading and trailing spaces, we will remove the we will use this column. Okay, fine. So for to test this scenario, we should have to modify the data. Okay, let me go with some other example and then we will modify later on. Now, this is replace. Replace is again a string function where we can find out something and we can replace something. Okay. For example, if you have something known as sales.csv, we have used this concept. Okay, while doing a copy activity, and I have to replace .csv with nothing. I have to produce the name sales only. Correct. So what I will use? I will use replace function, replace, and I will use this column like this, sales.csv. Okay, and I will use this I will search with .csv, and in place of .csv what I will do, I will hit on nothing. I will just click the single quotes, right? So this will replace the sales.csv and it will give you sales result only. This is replacing .csv, okay, with blank. Agreed? So this is the option of replace. This is how we can use replace, and we can use trim also. So let me try to do this. So I need to modify some data. Okay. So let me first save and finish. And I will go here and I will add some, I will do some modification. Okay. So in place of here, I can do like 0101. Okay. I can do like 0303. Okay. I can do like 0404. Can do like 0505, something like that. I'm adding MMDD. Okay. 0723, something like that. Okay. And I'm adding some spaces also. North region, something like that. North center. Let's do this way. East center. Okay. Then north center. South center. Give some space here this way. East. Okay. And give some space here. East center. Right. Like this. Let's save this. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to discard my changes here. Okay, because I don't want to save this, that's why I discarded. You please do not do it for your case studies. I will again hit on this one, again select the same ds underscore raw sales input. Okay, and let me check the data. It should populate the new values. You can see the year has changed, the region has changed, right? So again, I will hit on this derived columns, and this time I'm going to add which column? Month, year. Okay. So I'm going to add year column, and I will write the expression using substring. This is substring. So in substring, I will hit here. I will go on the top. I will select year column. So in this year column, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with 0 and I'm going to trace the 4 digits from starting, right? Okay, it's showing no result. Just a second, let me check what's the problem. Just a second, let me check. Okay. So if you see here, okay, here is a ABC. Got it? This is the problem. Because we are trying, yes, it should be ABC only. This is a string only. Just hold on. No result. Strange. Okay. So this expression is giving you for month. Then again, let's do it for days. Again, add a column and do it for date. How we can go for date? Same. You'll use this substring. Okay. And sorry, we will use this year column. This time we will start with which number? It should be 6. And we will go to the next 2 digits. We'll go for refresh. YYFMDT. Okay, there is some problem. 21,010. This is not giving the right result. Okay. So let me check this out. How? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is giving right result. 40. No, this is not giving right result. Okay. There's some problem we are doing. Okay. Let's try this out. 5, 8, something like that. Okay. Now this is fine. Okay. Oh, this is giving you month actually. Fine. And if you give 7 and refresh, now this time it will give you date. Fine. All right. Okay. So it means we are committing some mistake. Now let me add one more column. Press this again. The test year. How we will do this? We will use substring once again. We'll hit on year. So let me try with index 1 this time. 4. So I believe there's a problem with the data. Okay. So data might be some space is included. You can see. So guys, here is the problem. Okay. In other databases, it started with 0. Here in Azure, it's starting with 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So starting with 1 and it gives you for next 4 digits. So it was not 0. Got it? Is that making sense? It is not 0. And in the same way, if you go to date, it's starting with 7. Why it's starting with 7? If you see, let's refresh the data. So if you count from 1, the next digit, it will be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to pick from 7th digit. That's why it is coming as 7.2. Okay. And why earlier it was not coming with 0? Because 0 was not the starting position. And that's why it is showing no output. Got it? So we will have to correct this also, because you have mentioned 4. So if we go with this expression, what is going to do? Okay. This is an incorrect month actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it start from here 10, 10. So this is not correct. Okay. So what should be the corrected part? We should pick it like 5. Okay. And I will check how this is behaving. Okay. Because if you see region, guys, if you see region, it is starting with 0. Okay, so whatever what I have taught you is correct only, but why it is not applying here? Because one space is added, unfortunately, right? So if you go and check 0 to 3, so the first letter should be 0 only. 0, 1, 2, 3. But why it is not applied here? The reason because I just kept, you know, so one space is getting added here, unfortunately, right? And that's the reason the space always in space is getting added. Maybe because I have added it here. That's why it is taking from 1. So it's very important to test the data the way I have tested. Okay, if you want to just check this functionality, what should be your first column? You can add one more column here. You can add one more column, and you can use which column you want to use first. Let me check. Okay, you can go for category. Okay, in this category, let's do this for category, the same substring expression. And if I want to cut the first 4 letters of the category, what I should do? I should do substring method, and I can choose category, and I can start with 0. Okay, and I can cut the first 4 letters. Click on save, hit on refresh. You can see this is working. So obviously the first character should start with 0. Okay, if you want to convert this as a 1, so both logics are going different, isn't it? And that is because of data. Somehow it is putting one space before year. Can you see this? Okay, 1 comma 4, that also works. Strange. Got it? So 1 is also working, 0 is also working. So in my conditions, both is working. Great. So let's do it in a region. Again, I am going to replace this as a 1. Okay. And refresh it. Anyways, you guys can play more. So both 1 and 0 is system is accepting that. Okay. But my problem with this year, if I make it 0, it should accept that. Okay. Yeah. Very weird. This time it is accepting with 0 as well. Okay. Am I making sense? I don't know. I mean, there could be some, system behavior, weird behavior. So if I put 6 now, let me try. You can see. No, system is not, this is not accurate here. It is accurate only for 7. Okay. So we are calculating date. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is taking from 1. Okay. So you need to check the data at each and every point of your expression. Got it? Okay. Now we will move to the next part of it.